my beautiful, amazing Gems family. I hope you all are doing absolutely amazing. Let me try to choose a green screen right quick. I hope you all are doing well. Happy. Um, oh, I like this one from yesterday. I think the clouds are too big. Let's try this one. Oh, yeah, it's okay. It's cool. Maybe this one. Yeah, this one's a little better. Okay, I like it. So I hope you guys are all doing great. Shout out to my Gems family. I hope you all are well. All is well in my world. It is currently 73 degrees in my area of Florida. What about you guys? What's the weather in your area? Are you guys having good weather? Does it feel like spring yet? Is the spring springing? In my area, the spring is coming around, warmer temperatures, all of those things. And I'm excited about it because anybody who knows about Marlene knows that spring is my favorite season. Hey, always, how are you doing, sis? Welcome in, welcome in. And if you guys, when you're coming in, feel free to hit the like, to subscribe, all of those YouTube things that I love. I hope you all are well. I hope this conversation that we have, this real talk conversation, is going to be something good. Yes, sis, this is my colors, my favorite color in the whole world. Let me get this. My lapel thing. This was my mother's. Let me get my lapel thing together. I hope you guys are all doing great on this Wednesday. Hope you all are feeling good. Doing good for yourself. I always talk about on this channel about life topics, living your life, being unapologetic about, not letting other people break you down. And also, we got to talk about in our life how important it is for us to always value ourselves. If you're going through something, you got to give yourself the permission to say, I need a break. I'm going through X, Y, and Z, or I need a break from whoever it is. Hey, Tasha, how are you doing? Welcome. Hey, Edward. Yes, good morning to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, based on whatever time zone that I find you guys in. I hope all is well in everybody's world. Hey, Charlene, how are you doing? Welcome in. Like I was saying, right now it's about 74 degrees and all of that stuff. And hey, Sirius, how are you doing? I hope you guys are well. And you guys, please feel free to network with each other, chit chat in the comments. So I'm going to get right into today's topic. Yes, Sirius, it's Wisdom Wednesday. Today we're going to be talking about if you don't support, I don't support. And I want this to be, this is not just a YouTube thing. This goes all across all of your life, because this is Life with Marlene. I'm a life coach, and I always give motivation that can filter, that can transfer into all of the parts and the pieces of your life. So what do I mean by this? If you don't support, I don't support. I don't mean a petty thing like tit for tat. If you don't do this, I don't do that. No, I mean for us to elevate our minds. You have to elevate your mind, because Marlene most definitely is elevating my life. And it took me a while to come to this space of if you don't support. Thank you so much, Sirius, for the floating heart. I really appreciate it. It took me a long time to come to this space in my life about if you don't support, I don't support. Because if you're always giving all the support to everybody, right? Yes, Chill, can you please like, share, subscribe? We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Always says hello, beautiful people in the chat. I apologize for not speaking to everyone individually. Here getting my treatment and therapy. No problem, always. I appreciate you. So I wanted to say, did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't miss anybody. Okay. So let's get into this talking about if you don't support, I don't support. It took me a long time in my life to finally get to the space of the space of clarity, the space of knowing my worth, the space of being empowered. So I'm giving that same energy to you guys. If people don't support you, whoever it is, people on social media, your relatives, on the job, hey, Miss Key, how are you doing? Welcome. Whoever it is, if people don't support you, we have to raise our awareness, empower our minds, because it's not about us being doormats. It's not about us being rugs. It's not for us to be played with. And guess what? People will treat you the way that you allow yourself to be treated. If you allow yourself to be treated like a fool, if you keep letting people take advantage of you, if you let people disrespect you, if people see that you don't know your worth, if people say that you are not consistent, if people see that you're always talking about what you're going to do and they don't see you doing anything, they don't believe you because they say, oh, she always says that or he always says that. You have to be what you say that you are. And yeah, it definitely takes some time to get to that space of awareness. Miss Key, thank you so much. Blessings to you and everybody in the chat. It took me a long time to get to the space of this, not just always being a giver, but also realizing that I deserve to receive. So, anybody in here who is listening, while it's nice to be kind and do things for other people, it's also nice to speak up for yourself, to assert yourself, to have requirements that don't let people run over you. And you know the people that are running over you. I'm going to start off by saying that you know the ones that is running over you. You know the ones that don't care for you. You know the ones that would not do anything for you. And one of those things is that so many of us, we extend ourselves so much, physically, mentally, financially, giving help, giving support, giving encouragement, being there, listening, being loyal, being whatever other people need. But at the same time, what about your own personal support? I really woke up this morning and felt this in my spirit. What about my support? And also to my GEMS family, what about your support? Because if you don't support yourself, other people aren't going to say, hey, you should support yourself. You should take better care of your mental health, take better care of your finances, take care of your physical health. Nobody is going to give you that if you can't give it to yourself. You got to say to myself, I love myself. I'm worthy. Okay. I'm enough. I'm intelligent. I'm capable. So you got to do something with that energy. And what happens is you have a lot of people in your life that will keep you distracted. They really will. They will distract you from your purpose, like just always with their negativity and their drama and wanting you to help them out and be there for them and listen to them. But when you are in that same position, when you need friendship, when you need support, when you need love, when you need maybe just assistance with maybe a small bill. It could be something as simple as you need gas or lunch, for going to work or something. Sometimes it's not even about the money. It's about the time. It's about a listening ear. And I've just been on this time since the beginning of 2026 where I said, you know what? I'm tired of living my life in the background for other people. I am so tired of always being the friend, but never being friended. Those of you who got that, got it. Because we can't always be everybody's friend, everybody's loved one, everybody's this, everybody's person that helps, but who is helping you? And I've just been thinking about that more so. How can I help myself and not making big splashes and telling everybody what you're about to do, but, keeping quiet, moving in silence, minding your own business, and doing the things that you need to do for you. Like, I have been for a long time putting off, exercising and eating right and doing some things that I need to do. Even simple things like I just got these glasses maybe 2 months ago, but I have been walking around with the same raggedy glasses for I can't tell you how long, or having raggedy pair of shoes, or whatever it is. You guys can fill in the spaces. I'm just being honest and transparent right now. We'll be giving so much stuff, like you'll give to your kids, you give to your spouse, you give to your friends, you give to the job, you give. But are you supporting yourself? And it doesn't have to cost a lot. For me, supporting myself is making sure I spend time every morning pouring into myself and encouraging myself, reminding myself that I'm enough and I'm worthy and I'm capable, all of that stuff. And that's why I bring that to my GEMS family, to bring that to all of you right here, is that you have to encourage yourself. It's our responsibility as grown people, as mature people. And if you want to be healed, if you want to help yourself, if you want to keep your stress down, you got to think about yourself. You know, Miss Key says, I've been feeling the same way. Yes. Thank you so much for dropping all of this in the chat. Always, I really appreciate it. Yes. And that's just, I've been on that vibe since the year started, because I feel like I've spent too long in my life helping everybody, helping friends, supporting friends, listening to people, doing this for them, and simple things that you want. Just someone wanting to spend time with, like, you'll say, "Hey, let's hang out," or just saying the things that you need, like, I need to take an hour for myself. Oh, how come and why? People will question, because when you start shifting, coming into your power, your own awareness, knowing that I got to take care of me first and all of that stuff, people are not going to like it. Especially people that we have enabled. I'm just being honest with you guys. If you've enabled kids and relatives and the job, we have to stop making ourselves accessible to everybody. Everybody doesn't deserve to have access to us 24 hours a day. Everybody doesn't deserve to know our business. Everybody doesn't deserve that. So, it's just one of those things that maybe you know this already, but shifting your behavior to be, um, shifting your behavior to be what you need. And you got to be, you got to be your own friend. I say that all the time to all of you gems, not just on this channel, but all of my platforms, because I believe I carry my story, my testimony, I carry my faith, I carry my self-love, I carry my struggles with me on every platform that I go to, because I don't know who needs to hear this message. Just like I'm encouraging myself, I also want to encourage you guys as well. Hey Liz, how are you doing? Yes, real talk, Edward. I hope you're doing good, Liz. Always says it's okay to be unapologetically selfish with yourself. Yes. Sirius says people will infiltrate that private space, that zone you created. They will try to do anything to harvest your peace and disturb your solitude. It's true. Sirius also says when it's not getting reciprocated, then it's time to rearrange your mind and your life. It's so true. We have to stop allowing people to just come into our life. Stop allowing access. Stop allowing your time. And it's one of those things that you will extend yourself like. And I've done that for so long. And I know that it's a bad habit. But when I'll jump up and do things for people. Oh, they'll say, I need this, I need that, but not thinking about what I need right now. Maybe at that time you need your sleep, or maybe you need whatever. You just don't want to talk to anybody. I'll be on that time sometimes. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'll be going through my own stuff, and that's okay, gems. That's okay, everybody. Because like my title says, if you don't support, I don't support. And it takes some maturity It takes healing. It takes courage. It takes your personal awareness. Now, I don't mean that you just would be a cold, rough, raw, negative, like kind of person that it's all you all the time. I don't mean that. I mean that you got to take care of your own business first. Like, I always talk to you guys about having goals for the future, like financial goals, whatever that is for you. Your financial goal may be paying off a bill or saving some money, buying something that you've been wanting to buy, taking a vacation, doing some stuff, preparing yourself for retirement, or funding certain things, funding, a 90 days of income that just in case, your emergency fund, things like that. So that's the stuff I want to talk to you guys about, the real talk about life. I understand life is lifing, things are expensive. It's hard to even keep a roof over your head, food in your fridge, and things like that. I know that. But can we make small little sacrifices for ourselves? Like, instead of giving that $10 away or wasting that money on things that's not important, can we take that $10 and put it into an account to do something for ourselves later? You may not even know what it's for. It's like just in the future. And I do that once a year. I take myself on a self-love trip, and it's all about me. I go to my favorite resort. I get room service. I sit by the beach. I am in a hammock. I get a massage. I do that for me. And I'm not answering any phone calls. I'm not accessible to anybody because I worked hard all year to save that money. I worked that hard to, I made a lot of sacrifices that year, and I deserve time, even one weekend for the year. That's all about me. It's just I'm dropping some seeds of empowerment to maybe somebody who never thought about this. Have a little change, even if it's a roundup fund. I don't know if you guys have that on your bank account, but that's what I use my money for my self-love vacation every year for. Every time I round up, that change goes to funding my once a year self-love trip. Let's see what's going on in the chats. Okay. Edward says, always focus on the positive things that are the negative thing. I'm going to read that again. Always focus on the positive things and not the negative things. Never let anybody drain your energy. Yeah, we can't. You can't let other people drain your energy, because if you do, you're the one that's going to be miserable. And all people do is go about their business. People will use you, drain you, and then move on to the next. Move on to the next. Move on to the next. Because that's just how some people are, unfortunately. They're just about using. And when you are aware that they're a user, they're a manipulator, they're a liar, they're a thief, they're whatever they are, now we have to understand, what am I going to do with this? Am I going to keep allowing you to use me? There's a difference. Sometimes we want to do things for people because we care about them, because we feel sorry. We have empathy for their situation. But also at the same time, we have to also have empathy for ourselves. And for me, being the youngest child, I'm the last of 10, and I have always had empathy for all my siblings, all 9 of my siblings. I've always had empathy for my parents. So I was always making sure everybody was okay and everybody was good. But then years pass by, and it's like, when's the last time I did this or this for myself? You don't even know. And that's not a good thing. Yes. Sirius says, that's my motto. If you don't support me, I don't support you. I'm sorry people aren't getting that concept. It's a simple task. It's so true, Sirius. And, like I said, I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect at it. I don't claim to be perfect, but I'm just saying I'm working on doing better at, just because somebody calls me, do I want to answer the phone? And if I don't want to answer it, don't feel guilty. Like, oh, well. Leave a voicemail. You have to train people that you're not always going to be accessible. you're not always going to be able to help them financially. You can't always do for them because I got my own business and goals. So when I say, if you don't support me, I don't support you, I also mean we have to elevate the way we treat ourselves. Hey Metro, how are you doing? Welcome in. Good morning to you as well. Always says, First Lady, my sisterhood is chosen, and we may talk a bit, but we pick right back up where we left off. Yes, yes, we all need that me time. You have to spend time with yourself to pivot and what am I saying? Decode your thoughts. Her mind wants to read something else than it is. Yes. You just came home from getting your groceries, Metro. Awesome. So, it's something that I'm learning because the way I grew up, growing up Caribbean, growing up in I would say a Caribbean black household, and it's just sometimes it's the thing of the entitlement and the feeling that you have to, like it's mandatory. Don't make it seem like I have to do anything for you. And that's when I'm gonna get pissed off. That's when I'm gonna get pissed off. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that. That's when I'm gonna get pissed off. Like, if I want to do something for you, then I'm going to do something for you. And that's it. And that's it. And the thing that really hurts my feelings is when you may do 20 million things, right? You may do 20 million things for people. But that time you can't do one thing for people. Now they're angry. That's the stuff that really makes me angry. When that one time, maybe you don't feel good, you don't have the money, you don't have the time, whatever it is, and then they wanna show off and act crazy because that one time you can't do it. Sometimes you just can't, or sometimes you just don't want to. What really gets to me sometimes is the fact that people don't understand that you have your own issues and problems as well. Everybody has their own issues and problems, but it's about respect, you know? It's about respecting yourself. And some people just don't know how to respect others. They don't know how to respect boundaries. And I think that that's something that's so important. I just learned a lot this morning. Thank you. Okay, Tasha, I'm glad you learned a lot. Metro says, I have this pasta spinach with meatballs. Oh, that sounds delicious, Metro. Edward says, I hate when people do that because, yeah, that's one thing that really grinds my gears. That's a reason for me to block somebody is when I'll say something simply like, I'm sorry I can't today. And then they go all the way left on you. You're like, just like, where is this energy coming from? And that's why I said people will show you who they really are. People will show you that they really don't care for you. They only cared for you when you could give them something. They don't care for you when you're taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually. They don't like that. Some people want it to be about them all the time, and it can't be because that's toxic. I don't know who like me grew up in that toxic environment, that toxic thinking of feeling that we have to. It's time to remove that thinking. That's not good. It's not healthy. While we may talk to other people, while we may ask for people's support and assistance, we also have to understand they have their own stuff going on. And I have to remind myself too, the people who support me, am I being supportive of them? When's the last time you, to somebody who supports you, say, I really appreciate everything you do for me. Thank you for your kindness, for your consideration, for letting me vent. Because we can't just think about the people who don't support us. We have to remember also to pour into the people who pour into us. So forget about the people who don't support you. Forget about the people who don't like you. Focus on the people who will give you their time, their energy, their, good advice that will build you up in all aspects of your life. And those type of people, those are the ones that you support. And I have learned that I just got to let go of the people who don't support me back. They don't care about you. You know it. And we know, but we just don't want to admit it, right? I know I haven't wanted to admit some things, but some people I can't. Hey Nate, how are you doing? Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Yes. Um, Metro says, I despise the liars and dishonesty, how they did me wrong and my friends and family wrong. I will never forget that day. They will regret it, but we are winning with kindness and honesty. Yes, very triumphant. Yes, exactly. They want too many favors, and the thing about it is, I have a thing like I'll do something for you once, maybe twice, maybe, but like don't come at me with no expectations like I have to do it. Now here is when I'm gonna be like, now I'm gonna cut you off. Just because a person can do something for you, it does not mean they have to. And that's something that I had to teach my relatives and alleged friends. Just because a person is in your life, just because a person does have the money or does have the time, it doesn't mean they have to give it to you. It doesn't mean they have to be there for you. They got their own things going on. See, that's why you ask and request, and is it okay, and when you have time, and if you have time, but don't be demanding. Pick up the phone. I called you, like, hold on, you know I'm not your child. Like, who do you think you're talking to? So that support also means not letting people go too far with you, not letting people disrespect you, not letting people manipulate you, because I know for sure there's so many people that I've allowed them to get away with too much. I've allowed it. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna retract it, because that's the truth. We enable people. We don't speak up when someone does something to offend us as quickly as we should. We just let it go, and then we'll take that, and then you start little harboring resentment against people until one day you blow up and tell them everything about how you feel about them. That's not good. If you got something with somebody, they offended you and hurt you, if they really care for you as a friend or a loved one, they'll be willing to receive that and absorb it and say, I'm sorry I did that. I'll work on my behavior. Somebody who cares about you and really supports you, really loves you, is really your friend, they will care that they've offended you. They will care that they have disrespected you. They will care that you're saying, you're not supporting me and I need more. And you have to say exactly, because people aren't mind readers. That's another season in my life that I'm stepping into, my maturing, healing, wise part of me, that I'm coming into this new season of my life of not expecting people to read my mind. When people offend me or when people aren't giving me what I need, you have to ask for what you want. Like, I'll tell people, I need at least this many text messages. I need to at least see you this many times per month for me to be okay, for me to not feel that for me to feel that I matter to you. You know what I'm saying? That quality time, that quality support. And we got to speak up, assert ourselves, be courageous, because if we don't tell people how we feel, they won't know. And you can't hold things against people if you haven't had the conversation. If you haven't said, when you do this and this, that ticks me off. When you say this, that's very offensive. But you are the one that has to say it. You are the one that has to assert yourself. You are the one that has to say, this is how I treat myself. And like I like to say, I treat myself like a queen. I don't walk out in the streets anyhow. I don't care if I'm just going to get the mail. I'm not just going to go outside looking like that. But that's me. And the same thing comes with my life. I'm not telling anybody how to live their life, but I know how I want to live my life. I know the quality of life that I want to live. And because I support myself in a certain way, I also demand that, not asking, I demand that of other people. And if people cannot meet with those demands, they got to go. Okay? And that's just it. Yes, Charlene. Yes, that's just it. Nate is in the chat. Yes, give and take. And that's what, no, Metro, I'll be honest with you, it's a lot more giving. It's a lot more taking than giving. You know, even something simple as a phone call, a text message. One thing that I don't put up with is the people who only want to send you a message 3 to 4 times a year. They only want to greet you when it's the holidays. What about the rest of the year? It's like, am I non-existent? And we all know those phone calls and those texts only during holidays. What about the rest of the year? It's like, I still exist 365 days. And I'm not saying you got to be every single day on my phone, but what does it take for a weekly text just saying hello? I hope you're okay. Are you good? I don't feel that takes anything but a few seconds. Charlene says, I love to see people win and happy. I support so much, but I have to focus on myself more as a person, because you should not lose yourself inside of someone else's life ever. Yes. Focus on who focuses on you. And yeah, and people will think that that's mean, that's negative, but it's the truth. It's honest. It's being honest with yourself. If you are only around people who are takers, if you're only around people that are negative, you're only around people who want you to help them, can you help me out? And they want you to listen to all of their drama, all their negativity, everybody's against me. But the thing about it is, what decisions are you making? What are you doing to shift that from you being in that cycle of it continuing to happen to you? And I don't know about you guys, but I have seen so much people, they've been complaining about the same thing for years, but they haven't done nothing to change the behavior, their habits, their attitude. They're doing the same thing. They're allowing the same thing. They're not getting a different job, more education. They're not working on their health. They're not working on pivoting their finances. They're still hanging around with the same, what they call low-hanging fruit. If you keep allowing the same things, that's what you're always going to get. And it sounds harsh, it sounds mean, it sounds negative, but I want the best, not only for you guys, but myself as well. If you don't elevate your mindset, if you don't elevate, I deserve it because I'm worthy, I'm capable, I'm talented. Why should I always put my talents on the shelf to help or support you? What about my support? What about what I want? So I have to learn to balance, and I also have been working with my mentor about balancing my time management, that you can give support, but I give people support in increments. I'll give you 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes. But after that, it's a wrap. Now it's time for me to focus on myself. Now on to the next thing I need to do for me. Whatever that goal is, whatever that business is, whatever it is, to make you be a healthy, happy person living your best life. We can't live our best life if we are allowing the past or other people or watching others. Stop watching what other people are doing. Stop trying to clock them, get their receipts. They're doing this. And what about what you're doing? Get busy in your life and stop worrying about what other people are doing. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for dropping the links. Always, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, we are on the same page. I can relate to a lot of that. Yes, yes. And Nate's new name is Hold On. You're on speakerphone. Yes, Edward, enjoy the rest of your evening. I really appreciate you popping in and supporting. Mm-hmm. Marlene, if I mess with you, that's what it is. If I don't mess with you, that's yes, that's what it is. Yep, Nate's new name is Hold On. You're on speakerphone because you and always I have to be like, hold on, you on speakerphone because I don't know what y'all gonna say. That's your new name. I'm gonna say, okay. Oh, hold on, you're on speakerphone. It's calling. Let me call you right back. Okay. So I just wanted to pop in. I'm not gonna take too much of your time. I just wanted to pop in for a little bit to chat with you guys and to say thank you so much for your support. Always says, Nate, I hollered yesterday because she told me what your name was. Yeah, that's your new name, Nate. Yeah. Yeah, that's your new name. And I'm thinking of a new name for always, but it's not going to be always. I'm thinking of a new name, but that's Nate's new name. Hold on, you're on speakerphone. So you have been dubbed the Nate. Wait, you're on speakerphone. Okay, that's your new name. Always is going to have a name. Edward's going to get a name. Charlene. I'm working on names for all my mods. New names, not your whatever name that you chose. I'm giving you guys a name. So shout out to all of my mods. I really appreciate you guys. If there are content creators, please go and check out my amazing mods. And shout out to the channel members. I thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. Always says, okay, don't play. I am holding your purse hostage. Hilarious. Nate says, I say what I want. That's why I said your new name is Hold On. You're on speakerphone. Okay, that's your new name. All right. So I hope that this message today, if you don't speak, I don't speak, resonates with somebody. If if it fits, if the shoe fits, what they say, if the shoe fits, wear it. Sometimes people don't like to hear this. People don't like when you pull back from them. People don't like when you don't support them anymore. But you got to think, have you been helping and supporting other people? It's the message. It's the message for today on this Wednesday. Yeah. Oh, you ain't gonna hold my shoes hostage or my purse. Okay. So thank you. Shout out to everybody in the chats. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting me. I am Life with Marlene, your Florida vlogger. Thank you for your support. Check out my vlog that dropped yesterday. I took you guys to Splash Pad and Spa Beach. So check out that vlog. I believe it's just 9 minutes. So watch it in full. And yeah, I'm going to try to get all of these vlogs I have on my phone because my memory is flashing full. So I got to do a lot of editing. I hope to get some of those out and to you guys really soon. Sending you guys positive energy. Love yourself. Love your life. You know, that's my saying. Shirts will be coming soon, but that's Life with Marlene saying. Love yourself and love your life. So merch is coming soon. Merch and some other stuff that I'm working on in the background. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, check out my vlogs. My vlog from yesterday that dropped. And yeah, I'm Life with Marlene, your life coach, your Florida vlogger, motivational speaker, and overall encourager. Okay? I'm sending you guys positive energy. Love yourself, be your best self, and don't let people use you. Okay? Know your worth. You're worthy, you're deserving, and you are more than enough. Okay? I will check you guys out again on Friday. We'll be back Friday. I don't know what time. Maybe 11 a.m., something like that. We'll see. Okay? Let's see. Metro says, while we focus on looking to the future, to a brighter future, while taking care of things and in our behalf, ask and check on others if they need any help. Yes. Help others, but also don't forget to help yourself. Don't let people take advantage of you. Okay? Peace, guys. Have a great rest of your day. If I had my tablet queued up, I would play the channel song, but I don't have it queued up today. Maybe we'll do that on Friday. Okay, guys? Peace, peace, peace.